Oh my goodness, there's a bunny outside. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. Easter's here. Really a rabbit trail. Okay, when I was a little girl, I had a terrifying thought. What if I get lost in a store? So I started forming a plan. I would find a store employee and have them call my mom over the loudspeaker. It was at that point that I realized I don't know my mom's name. And if they asked me what her name was, I wouldn't be able to tell them. So I said, "Mom, what's your name?" And thinking I was being silly, she said, "Mom?" And I said, "No, my name's Rachel. What's yours?" "Oh," she said, "Lou." And I was relieved to know my mom's name, not just her title. In English, we refer to God as Lord, Father, God, but this is his name. Let's look at Strong's H3068, Yᵊhōvâ, God's name. To give a short history on the writing of this word, in ancient Hebrew, vowel sounds were not written, so God's name appears as YHWH. Yahweh is the best estimate of how it was originally pronounced. Yᵊhōvâ, and I might say Jehovah sometimes because I'm a Gentile who speaks English, comes from a later reading tradition when those consonants were combined with the vowels of Adonai. Due to extreme reverence for God's name, and maybe just being afraid they might accidentally take it in vain, when Yahweh was written, it prompted the reader to say Adonai in place of Yahweh. But that practice wasn't around when David wrote Psalm 16. In verse 2, he says, "Yᵊhōvâ, you are my Adonai." Yahweh, that's God's name. Adonai, that means Lord/Master. So David is speaking to God by his name and acknowledging him as Lord. In Exodus 3:14, God tells Moses, "I am who I am." And in the very next verse, he says, "Say to the Israelites, Yahweh, this is my name forever." Both come from the same idea, to be, to exist. I am is God explaining himself. Yahweh is God giving his name based on that meaning. The Brown Driver Briggs Lexicon says that many scholars explain this name as the one bringing into being, life giver, creator, the one who brings to pass, the performer of his promises, the one who destroys foes. But most agree he's the one who is, the absolute and unchangeable one, the existing, ever-living one, and I love this, he will be it, all that his servants look for. Which means God isn't defined by anything. He doesn't depend on anything. He doesn't change. God doesn't become anything. He already is. And because he is creator. He is the performer of promises. He is destroying foes. He is unchanging. He is the existing one. So everything he does is just showing you who he is. God has titles connected to his name. Jehovah Jireh, the Lord will provide. Jehovah Shalom, the Lord is peace. Jehovah Nisi, the Lord is my banner. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord who heals. These are not different versions of God, but, well, think of it like you're looking at a jewel. You turn it and see a different facet, but it's the same jewel. Or like describing a piece of fruit, sweet, juicy, fresh. You're not talking about different fruits. You're describing the same one. That's what these names are doing. They're describing who God is. Yahweh, that's the whole. Everything else just shows you what that looks like. So final thought, his title tells you what to call him. His name tells you that he is unchanging, eternal. He's not just God, he has a name and it tells you exactly who he is. I love you, bye.